Hey guys, Kun here. In the last video I showed you guys how I was running my auras now with the Covenant trick in order to run them on my life a little bit more efficiently. You can run them on your life without the Covenant, but it's a little bit less efficient and I advise you to do it with the Covenant. But in this video I'm going to take it to the next level, the aura min-maxing. And I don't think anyone else has figured this out yet, but I'm going to show you how I min-maxed my auras even further with the newest patch. The newest patch introduced a unique shield, the Matua Tupuna, and the Matua Tupuna grants 10% increased effect of auras on you. And if you use an aura while you have Matua Tupuna equipped, let's say, first off I'm gonna take out the Tupuna. Let's say we got this Grace over here. As you can see, my armor is 3100. And if I use Grace, it is increased to 5692. If I use it with Matua Tupuna equipped, the 10% buff to auras, it is instead increased to 5979. And if you change back, it doesn't lose the 10% aura buff. I lose a little bit of armor because of the 20 dexterity on this dagger over here, but nothing of significance. As you can see, you don't lose the 10% buff. The 10% buff is still in effect, but even if it was that easy to get Matua Tupuna to increase the efficiency of your auras, a lot of people would have figured this out, I think. But I haven't seen anyone do this on their streams yet, and because of that I think I am the first one to figure this out. And the problem here is, if you use this and change the area, unlike with the Covenant, you lose the 10% buff if you change the area, which basically renders this trick useless, because you can't always have a Matua Tupuna with you. Even if you have it in your second weapon slot, as soon as you change the area, you lose the buff. But I have figured out that you can circumvent this and still get the buff out of Matua Tupuna. And the way I'm doing this is the following. First, let's use all my auras. My reduced mana is over here for Grace. Then I put it over here for Anger and Wrath. Then I can put back the Covenant. Actually I forgot to use the Tupuna. Sorry. Let's also take out this. Alright, change to the Tupuna, equip the Covenant. Alright, use the Grace. Use Anger and Wrath. After that you can take out the Covenant, and let's wait for the mana to regenerate. Then I use the Determination. Then I take the reduced mana, put it over here, and there I have Purity. Then I put it over here. And then use the Vitality over here in the glows. And lastly, Hatred. Yes. Alright, after you've used all your auras, you can switch the area with Covenant, and the Covenant bonus will not disappear, but the Matua Tupuna bonus will disappear. And the way I circumvented this is the following. First off, put back whatever you had over here. Alright. And the thing is, if you change the weapon, the buff won't disappear as long as you don't change the area. And the thing is, if you change to the Matua Tupuna before you change the area, as you can see I changed to the Matua Tupuna now, and now I'm switching the area. Alright. And as you can see, the buff is still in effect, the 10% buff, even if you switch to your weapon now. What this basically means is that the 10% buff, as long as you only switch an area while you have the Matua Tupuna equipped, you still get the 10% benefit for your auras. You just have to make sure that if you're using a portal or if you're going back to base or changing the area, always change to your second weapon slot, change the area, and then you can change back and you will still have the 10% bonus, which is a huge bonus basically. And yeah, that's basically it. The thing you have to worry about is that you can't have any auras on your weapon. I had all of the auras that I have in my glove over here in my weapon, and if you switch to a second weapon slot that has no auras on it, you basically lose the auras, and that's why you can't have any auras on your weapon slot. Otherwise you can't switch to the Matua Tupuna before you switch the area. And that's why I used about 300 chromatics to roll the colors on my weapon, to use the curses on here instead. And the problem is, there are 3 off colors that I need: blue, blue, red and green, and the bow is a green one, dexterity bow. And 3 off colors are very hard, and I used a lot of chromatics on this bow and a lot of chromatics on this glove over here to get the colors that I need. As you can see, this is a evasion rating energy shield glove, and I rolled red, red, green, green on it, and that also took me about 80 chromatics. Basically I used almost 300 chromatics to roll the colors right, but I think it's worth it because now I have the 10% Matua Tupuna bonus without having to worry about auras on my weapon. Basically, the way this plays out is I always have the 10% buff, and as long as you don't luck out, you basically have the Covenant buff and also the 10% aura buff. And the only thing you have to worry about is to switch back to the Matua Tupuna before you switch the area. And one more additional information over here: if you by mistake click on your second weapon slot while you are in the city, you don't actually lose the buff as long as you don't go back to an outside area with the wrong weapon equipped. Basically the game checks whether you have Matua Tupuna equipped if you enter an area that can where you can have auras on you. And in the city you can't have any auras. The game doesn't check anything at all. You can switch the weapons around, it doesn't really matter. Put back the Covenant, and as long as you have the shield equipped while changing the area, you don't actually lose the 10% bonus. And that's basically a huge buff, 10%. And my Grace leveled up one more time. Just a quick update on my Border. My Grace leveled up one more time, and that basically means that I have 29k with Granite and 31k with my first plus the Granite. And it's only on level 16 now. And if it levels up 1 or 2 more times, and I get one more item upgrade, I actually think that I can reach 15k, 40k rather easily. And yeah, I actually don't even need that item upgrade. I think I'm going to go towards the duelist area next with my next levels. And in the duelist area there are a lot of efficient damage nodes, like attack speed, increased projectile damage, more increased projectile damage, more attack speed. These nodes are very efficient, and these nodes over here are even more efficient for my build because they grant evasion rating and armor. And yeah, basically I'm quite sure that I can reach 15k, 40k, 15k base armor and 40k granite armor, even without leveling up my Grace, just by leveling up myself and putting a few more points in the skill tree. And with Grace leveled up, I think that I can reach 20k, 45k, which is really a lot. And then I think I'm going to use Molten Shell instead of Enduring Cry, because once you have so much armor, if you put a little bit more armor on top of that, the armor becomes much better than it actually looks like, because you start just as the enemies would reduce the amount of armor you have if they hit very hard. If you go up in armor a lot, you basically reduce the efficiency of the hit again. And if you have a lot of armor, putting a little bit of more armor on top of that is more efficient than Enduring Cry, I think. but I don't know if the threshold is at 45k or 50k. I'm going to calculate it a little bit by estimating how hard enemies are hitting, and I'm going to let you know whether Molten Shell is more efficient than Enduring Cry at 45k, because I think that Molten Shell will put me at 60k armor or 65k armor if I have Molten Shell, and it might be more efficient, and if it isn't, I'm going to stick with Enduring Cry. And that's basically it. I managed to get the Matua Tupuna as fast as possible, because as soon as the patch hit, I looked up the uniques and I realized that this shield over here had a lot of potential, and it took me a while to figure out how to use it, and in the end I managed to find out how I need to use it in order to keep the buff on me regardless of area switching and stuff like that. And basically I think the price of this shield over here will go up a lot, because I don't really think that these things are bugs. I know a lot of people say, oh, the Covenant trick is a bug, it's an exploit, but it's not really an exploit, it's a clever usage of game mechanics. And if they patch something like that, then you can't really put faith in the game, because it isn't really overpowered. It's just making something a little bit more efficient, and it's clever usage of game mechanics. And if you patch something like that out, then people are kinda turned off the game, because stuff like this is what makes the game very interesting. And the thing with Covenant and this shield over here is that I don't really think it's an exploit at all. And the problem with reduced mana, also a lot of people are saying the reduced mana switching stuff is also an exploit and should be fixed. But the thing here is, if they want to fix anything with reduced mana, the first thing they should fix is remove the reduced mana support out of the game completely. Because the thing here is, auras without reduced mana are useless. Everyone is using reduced mana on auras, that's a no-brainer. There's no other support that you can use with auras, and it's basically a no-brainer. Every aura needs reduced mana. You might as well just remove it completely from the game and reduce the amount of mana reserved by the mana cost multiplier on the reduced mana. Because reduced mana isn't used for anything other than auras. And instead of doing it the wrong way, by limiting the amount of slots on items, just remove the reduced mana from the game completely, because it's terrible design anyways. And because of that, I think reduced mana needs to be removed out of the game. If they want to fix something about auras, remove reduced mana from the game completely. And that's basically it. That's how I increase the efficiency of my auras even further with Matua Tupuna. And that's about it, guys. See you guys next time.